the ending, we must end the beginning. Prevention will be the only compassionate as well as universally applicable cure. Hello everybody, and good part of today again one more time, our dear diligent and ostentatious viewers as well as angelic spectators. And we are, as usual, all the time blissfully and sincerely happy to commerce our unique project and the name of our pride. According to the custom of our Pride project, that we will search for several kind of highly esteemed specialists in their field as well as well-educated people who have their own place in our society, strive for their goals and lead successful life as well. As you have guessed it, today's hero of our high-scale project is a person who has several long years experience in the field of medicine, as well as one of the best highly esteemed oncologist, who is Mr. Maksud Mallaev Muhammadiyevich. Good part of today again, one more time, our dear guest, who is Maksud Muhammadiyevich. First of all, I'm going to say that thank you very much in advance for accepting our offer. We are really appreciative of this the time and work, especially in the medical field. And I sincerely hope that today's our interview will be uttermost beneficial for every people, especially who have some kind of interesting questions for themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. And I'm ready to answer all your questions, and I'm ready always to being with you.
Thank you very much. And first of all, can you introduce a little bit about yourself to the audience?
About myself, I am Maksud Mallaev, head of the Onco team, international Onco team in Uzbekistan, and we organized here in Uzbekistan international Onco team because with the local doctors, it's very difficult to reach all your hopes, all your plans. So we made like a big circle in our Onco team. We have from Russia, from Israel, from Germany, from Turkey, and all over the world almost. And they are regularly coming, and regularly we keep the experience and keep the exchange our experience here. I was born in Jizak region, and after my school, my primary and secondary school, I interested in languages first. And when I want to be a doctor, my father was a doctor also, and he didn't want to be me to being a doctor. And after some time, before that, I studied for languages, and I want to be like a diplomat. And then I changed my mind and went to that line, my father's steps, and now I'm not regret on that decision that I took that time.
Yeah, of course. I actually also wanted to ask that why did you choose to specialize, especially on oncology field? And who or what motivates you in this position? And your father played an indispensable role in your life to choose this profession.
Choosing the oncology, it was not my choice. When I graduated the bachelor, and then there was the only choice to going to the oncology master degree. Others was very difficult to enter, and it was like a how can I say, it was a random choice. And then after started my study, I knew that it's my field, it's my specialist, and working and being with the patients, the onco patients, and studying every day the new things, and its end of the tunnel is black always, and we always try to be the light on the next end of that tunnel. That's why we always study. And my father was infectionist. He was the best infectionist that I knew in the world, I can say. He was died in 2008 when I was student.
Great. And let's talk about your educational background after the period of graduation of the school. I mean, university.
After school, the lycée, and then entered the Tashkent Medical Academy. After graduating Tashkent Medical Academy, 3 years master degree in Tashkent Medical Academy, also oncology, on oncology. And then during my study, I won a lot of grants, exchange experience grants and the master degree grants. I studied, firstly, I studied in Israel for my master degree. Totally, I can say 3 years I studied in Israel, in Bellinzona Hospital. And then Italy, in Viareggio. There was an oncology center. It was the experimental, not hospital, experimental center. It was only we studied there the molecular oncology and the basic of the oncology. And then I studied in Switzerland in Lugano. There was, in Bellinzona, there was big hospital that specialized only for lymphoma. We studied there with, on that field, lymphomas and the hematology also there. And then at the same time we won with my friends. There are a lot of grants and found a new way to treat the onco patients. After that, the Singapore, I won a grant for the Singapore, and we were there for 3 months, the exchange experience program. I studied there the International Hospital, not Oncology Hospital, International Hospital of the Singapore, and there in the oncology department. And then Spain, and then Germany, and then Prague, almost everywhere. I've been almost the whole the world. And then not only that, being there, however, had a holiday. We had there a lot of experience and a lot of information to connect with the doctors in Uzbekistan and the European hospitals.
Learn their expertise, experience, and update in Uzbekistan the knowledge.
Yeah. We use all our information, our data here to treat the patients, to help the patients here.
Great. I'm going to ask that as an experienced as well as mutual specialist in this field, what can you say? What are the root causes of oncological diseases among the society?
It's my routine question, I can say. Everybody comes and asks about that. Still, we don't know the etiology of the oncology.
Exact answer.
There is no exact answer. But some risk factors. For example, for each cancer, organ cancers, there is a specific risk factors. For example, breast cancer. It's the last years we detected the gene, BRCA gene, we can say. It's genetically, and then some abortions, some hormonal drugs, everything is a risk factors. Not 100% we can detect in advance. So for example, I can say that some oncology process, the stimulation is the viruses. We have some viruses, they are living together with us like a symbiosis, but after some time, if we don't know what kind of changes there will be, after some changes, they will cause for cancer, I mean, started tumor. And mainly, it's like a specialist, I can say that always we have a pre-oncologous, pre-cancerous disease. If the patient, if the person wants to be healthy and wants to live long live or live long, they need to regularly take a checkup, make a checkup in 6 months, in a whole body checkup. It's not a specific, they're general checkup. After that, if the precancerous disease they found, if it's treated on time, and it will be the guarantee to being the healthy, to not being the oncology patients in the further.
Yeah, of course. And most of the people consider that in the past we haven't got any such type of new name it illnesses or diseases, but nowadays we can come across a sundry amount of some illnesses around the society, among the whole world, which we have never ever heard about them, which we have never ever come across in our life. And what is the exact cause? What do you think? This is the global warming, it's the effect of global warming, or the air pollution, or what's the exact answer?
There is answer is not only one answer, there's several answers for that question. First thing, the people started learning. Firstly, learning the information about the medicine and all other things that depends on themselves. And another thing, they started learning the organism themselves. They started to hear themselves.
Hear themselves, I mean, so listen with voice, your voice.
Inside voice.
Yeah, of course.
And every day, some patients coming to me and asking about the reels in Instagram. They always seeking themselves the disease. Some people, there was like a disease, new disease. It's an up-to-date disease. I can say that they have no anything, healthy people, but staying on the telephone, on the internet regularly and long time, they started to seek themselves, say look after themselves, not after, how
take care of themselves.
Look for themselves, that new disease. It's also the one answer of your question. And another thing, medicine also not staying on the one point. They every day getting find new things. In 10 years before, there was no PET CT. Now we have a new equipment, new machine that detect the cancer in the early stages. In 50 years, there was no computer tomography. Before the 50 years, it's also a new thing for us. And I just guess that it's 70 years before there was no ultrasound. That's why now the informational that time, everything is getting like a mixed. Some information coming from 100 years old information and coming the new information, and they got mixed together. And that's why everything is like a mixture.
Of course.
So finding the right decision, right information in that mixture, it's difficult. It also depends on you and your logically thinking quality.
Great. It's phenomenal as well. From the one side, we can come across several kind of new technologies, medical technologies, I mean. But another side, it's unfortunately the new illnesses also becoming more and more expanded. And my next approach is that how do you stay updates, as well as how do you use up-and-coming trends on behalf of in the latest advancements in the field of oncology, as well as treatment in the field of oncology?
Updating and treatments also, they are different things. We always unstoppable, updating our knowledge and the data also. Patients coming from abroad, patients coming from the regions, and it's very big difference between them. There are patients coming from abroad for us bringing the new information at the same time, new techniques, new methods of treatment, new drugs. Sometimes they are bringing with themselves that making it here. They're asking about that, and from regions also in here from our neighbors also. They are coming from Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. There are a lot of patients coming regularly to look for the treatment for the last stage of onco patients, and they waited till that time, and at the end they came here and just asking to help them. That will not always be possible. We try always be patient for them, do everything that possible for them, but not we always achieve for our, how can I say, plans, our hope, and that situation. Updating the information on the internet, on the book also, and we are regularly going abroad for conference and for study exchange experience programs. It's always, and nowadays is for Uzbekistan is open. Everything is open, so we can take everything, we can do everything what we want to help the people now. So, and you asked about the treatments. We are doing here onco treatment, I can say, our system, treatment system, and our how can I say also schedules, the treatment schedules, same with the world. Patients going to Germany, going to America, going to Israel, going to India, they are just going there, but coming back with the schedules that prescribed in that hospitals, that when we compare with that our schedules, it's the same. So I just can say that our level of medicine, only I can say in on oncology, same with the world, but it's not very cheap. The drugs very expensive. How can I say, treatment procedures sometimes will be expensive, and some machines, apparatus also not affordable for everybody.
In this point, in spite of having been taken such type of useful measurements in this field of medical position in our society, why most of the patients who have serious illnesses, which is basically modeled into the oncological disease, try to prefer sometimes make a good treatment for themselves, go to the abroad, just like the China or India or Germany?
It's also the national disease. In the world, everywhere is same. In Germany, going to America, they don't believe their medicine, they are going to America. In America, they don't believe or they cannot afford an American price, they going to India. In India, they cannot believe, they don't believe wholly, not whole the nation I can say. There is some people inside the nation don't believe their medicine, going to Turkey. In Turkey, going to Germany. It's the
brown cycle of
world disease. We can say that it's a medical tourism.
Medical tourism.
Yeah, it's going. It was before us, and it will be in the future also. Everything
it will
is
continue.
same.
You mean that?
So it will continue. I can say that also medicine or for illness, the country and the building is not treat for patient. Treat the only person, it's a doctor. Going to the Germany, the doctor's level is lower than Uzbekistan doctor, and it's not cost to going to the Germany. It's the worse than staying or worse than staying in Uzbekistan.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Some patients going abroad and just going and actually just, how can I say, applying the doctors. It's the level is lower than here's the local doctors. So it's, how can I say, absurd.
Absurd. Weird. Of course, great. And from your several long years experience in this field, how do you describe, what have you discovered for yourself in general? From your several long years of longevity of your workload cases.
In my...
What is your, how can I say, philosophy in this field? The
Philosophy.
medical treatment philosophy.
Every day, my philosophy is changed and getting changed regularly. I think that living and going the other side, also same thing. Just we need to be in that life like a, how can I say, honorably. Life is not forever, so we need to live that life helping the people and doing this, like these things, that these things will live longer than your life.
Best things. And you are going to leave your trace in the landmark on the earth with the positive side.
I'm always positive person. I always, because we live and we work with a pessimist aura, and we must be the positive. We must give the patients the positive energy for them. It will be the half treatment of your side.
Yes, generally, what kind of skills should be demanded from a person who are going to be a mutual specialist or one of the best doctor in any kind of sphere? Just like one of them is being positive, being extrovert. Another one.
Being positive. And I always ask about that, being honest. Say what you think and think what you say. It will be the personal status, and it keeps always the who wants to be any specialist. And like being very patient on study, on looking for the information and looking for the new something, because not always you find what you want. You try, you spend much more time for nothing, but sometimes you spend nothing to find the something best.
Great. And generally, how do you envision the highest peak of your career? Have you ever satisfied all of your successful accomplishments in your life?
I can say yes. I did everything. I did my PhD and my doctoral thesis also. I wrote for students book for Uzbekistan, and all the students who wants to be an oncologist, who wants to be a doctor, now studying from my book. I can boast of them. And I invented in the world first in the world the scalp cooling machine. It's for hair loss during the chemotherapy. Who is taking the chemotherapy? It's the scalp cooling machine that it's for hair loss. It's we in 2012 I invented that machine, and after that 2014 the ex-president gave me the medal. It was also the
great honor.
Honorable, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And then I invented in the world, the first invented in the world the exascalation for metastatic vertebral metastatic patients. That exascalation helps the patients keep going after the operation also and after the metastasis also. It's also the first thing. It's my invention. It's also very honorable for me. And then a lot of things I did, but not always. At the same time, it's impossible to remember everything.
Great. And can you share with us your latest research publications?
It's my book. It's a students for medical oncologists, medical doctors, and also for master degree students and for specialists also. Now we are doing with my assistants the newest publication. That one we added all the new information here, and the next thing we are preparing the molecular basics of treating the gastric cancer. We are looking up the new treatment ways on gastric cancer now.
Great. Phenomenal. And as an experienced educator in the medical field, as well as specialist in this field, and gained some much more information while the exchange programs or some unique cultural background of the other doctors all around the world, how would you describe the impact of the language to the nation, state, and society? And generally, how does language learning contribute to the overall development of a nation? From your personal experience as well, how the language affect your work case lot as well?
Somebody said that knowing one language is adding yourself to another person. If you know two languages, you are two person.
Two person in
two
one
person
body.
in one body. If you know 7 languages, you are 7 persons in your body. So you can do 7 persons who you can do everything you want, and with the 7 persons it's the easier for all your work. Learning language, you open a new world for you, new information line for you, new friends from abroad, from another culture, from another country, and it will help you to always keep in touch with them. Always it makes the circulation, the information between you, and it's also the you after learning the language you start thinking by differently. You start work differently.
You will look at the 7
talk differently. You start just keep yourself differently. If you learn the other languages, for example Spanish, for example Italian, for example English, you can take all the information from that country, and the doctors also from that country regularly keep in touch with you. It's very helpful for your future and for your working process also.
For his full working process.
Yeah.
Great. And at the end of our conversation, what is your plan for this year and what is your goals for the future as well? What kind of discoveries you wanted to invent again?
I'm planning during that 2 years I built my hospital, and this month I'm planning to open that. It's a Dr. Mallaev academic hospital. It will be the only onco hospital. It's almost ready. We are now doing the documentations for them. It was my big hope and big build plan, and thank God I did that. And next one is making like a big, how can I say, team for onco team to help our nation to treat the patients and to invent some new, maybe the drugs, maybe something. It's I don't know actually, and I don't like to talk everything in advance, so I always keep my secret, and after doing everything I will try to say that and write my next book for students And for inventions, we are doing some inventions now, trying to do some inventions now. I think it will help for the onco patients also in the future.
Great, thank you very much. And we wish you all the best, and as well as good health, wealth, and success in your future endeavor as well. And I blissfully hope that most of our viewers, spectators can easily find the exact answer for their questions while watching our interview. Thank you very much for the beneficial conversation.
Thank you very much, and it's also helpful for us and to share our information and keeping in touch with all the doctors in that field. It's by your help, it will be very helpful for us, and always we are ready and we are always open if there will be any questions, if somebody wants to ask something, and we are always grateful for that.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's the end of our Pride project that, as usual, we would like to wish good health, wealth, long life, and success our dear guests' future endeavor as well. Such type of well-educated, disciplined, and highly esteemed people and younger generation play an important role in our public life and society all the time. Take care, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye.